Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Welcome back to the show. Coming up on today's bonus show, we will be hearing from Lewis about exactly what happened at the airport on his trip. Did he get a TSA pat-down? Were his pants aired out like mine were on my recent trip to Florida? I have not asked Lewis. We will hear from him first on the bonus show. We'll also talk about, is the new MTV show Skins actually child porn? Legally, is it child porn? There's also a suicide bomber, a would-be suicide bomber, who was killed by an unexpected text message from her mobile carrier. Also, a new study says the Confederate flag actually unleashes and creates racist attitudes. Big surprise. We'll have a lot of personal stories to share on that, Lewis, from the local vocational school and the obsession there with the Confederate flag. There's this new article about a study that's coming out soon in the American Journal of Political Science, and it says women are the most effective lawmakers in the land. On Facebook, a lot of my friends were putting messages up. People were tweeting about it. And at face value, I said, okay, that's interesting. It could be, it might not be. Let's just figure out what it is that the article says. And the research, allegedly, I haven't found any other, is the first to actually compare performance side by side of men and women, male and female politicians nationally. And it finds that female members of the House do significantly better than their male counterparts. They're more effective. Well, what does it mean to be more effective? According to this study, between 1984 and 2004, women won their home districts an average of $49 million more per year than their male counterparts. We're talking about pork. We're talking about earmarks here. This holds true regardless of party geography, committee position, tenure, margin of victory, just overall. And the similar gap performance gap showed up in policy. Women sponsored more bills per year than male counterparts. So I started reading this, and I started really kind of getting angry and realizing how corrupt the entire system is, that when we are talking about what makes an effective politician, and we could compare, I don't care what you're comparing. If you want to compare men and women, if you want to compare race, if you want to compare age, if you want to compare whether they went to the military or not, whatever it is you're comparing, if the barometer is who gets the most earmarks and pork for their district and who sponsors the most bills, not what the bills contain, not how many bills are passed, just who's putting out there the most proposals, the system is corrupt, ladies and gentlemen. I find it despicable that this confirms what we've been saying for years, Lewis.
Well, effective can be a misleading term. I mean, effective does not necessarily mean they're doing a good or a bad job. It just means they're doing a lot.
Well, but
right?
what is the role of one of these individuals? To represent their district, right? They are elected by their district to go represent them and do what is best for them.
Right.
Just knowing that they are that women members of the House are bringing in more money than male members of the House, it is a fact. It is a number. It doesn't tell us that they are more effectively furthering the well-being of those in their district.
Right.
That extra money, we don't know where it's going. It very likely could be going to pet projects for multinational corporations that happen to have one factory in this individual's home district, proposing a lot of bills. We don't know what they're doing. Are they really bills that are helping the people in their district, or are they bills that are riding on the backs of donated money from special interest groups, lobbyists, and campaign donors? We don't know. And I literally, this turns my stomach, not because I don't think women are more effective, or because I think we shouldn't be talking about whether women are more effective. It just confirms the inherent corruption and degree to which we are so far down the wrong path in terms of what is good and bad in politics. The real thing to discuss is the entire context is completely corrupt. It is based on money rather than well-being and social contribution. That's how success is measured. And as we hear now obsessively, I thought earmarks were bad. I thought we were vetoing earmarks, Barack Obama. I thought Rand Paul, no more earmarks, even though you went back on that within hours of being elected. If earmarks are so bad today, supposedly, why is it the primary measure of who is the most effective politician? Do you see the inherent contradiction here?
I see. But where did this article come from?
The study is the American Journal of Political Science. It was written about in a number of places. I saw it, I think, in Newsweek. There were a lot of articles, if you just check Google News, writing about the upcoming study. The journal itself, though, is the one who used this barometer. I think it's pathetic. It is...
It's interesting, but you just have to look at it from the right angle.
And the right angle is that the barometer is only more entrenching us in a system that I believe is not going to further the well-being of the majority in this country or any other.